Hello my lovelies and welcome back to Sondering Tarot. If you're new here, hi, hello, and welcome. This is your daily tarot reading for the 27th of August 2024. The deck we'll be using will be listed in the description box down below as always. Anyway, let's get into your reading. Alright my lovelies, I have all your cards out on the table. We have one ace, and believe it or not, we have 8 major arcana on the table. So, a lot of interesting things happening with that many majors considering the number of cards we have. So sit up and pay attention. And I did not notice any synchronicities for those that want that information. But the best part of our day, we start off with the World in the reverse. The Page of Cups in the reverse. The Hermit in the reverse. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse. The Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Moon in the reverse. I know that's all reversals, but it's actually a very good thing, and I'm okay with this. I'm really okay with this. Because as uncomfortable as we are in certain situations, especially social situations, when we're not within those of our inner circle, not within our friend group, when we're in big crowds or just surrounded by strangers, perhaps, we go to someplace new and there's nobody there we know, what have you. Perhaps you're, starting a new job, so everyone is new. Perhaps you have just moved to a new city, so you don't know anybody there. Or whatever the case may be. Best part of your day is that as uncomfortable as you can feel, like a wallflower. Uncomfortable in social situations, especially if you don't know the people around you already. Without thinking, you're going to realize it's not as bad as you think to be surrounded by strangers, to be in a crowd of people you don't know. Instead of being a heartbeat lost in the crowd, you're actually realizing, no, you're a heartbeat in the crowd. You're one of the many, yes, but at the same time, it's not that you're lacking, that you don't have the connection or aren't capable of the connection. And it kind of dawns on you today of, oh, this isn't as intimidating as I thought. It's not as scary as I thought. It's not as bad as I thought. Some of us have stage fright. Some of us don't like small talk. Some of us just don't know how to take social cues or interact very well, especially when it comes to new people. We don't know how we're going to be received. And that makes us dread being in large crowds or being in public, being surrounded by strangers. But it's not going to be as bad as you perceive it to be. It's not all that bad. So at some point, it's like you just take a deep breath and you realize, what was I worried about? Now, the worst part of our day, we have an additional card. This is the Metamorphosis card in this deck. So, the worst part of your day is literally coming out of your cocoon. That's why they chose this card. It's for the butterfly. Instead of worrying about coming out of your shell, it's coming out of your cocoon. The little comfort zone, the little bubble you put yourself in, the little circle of friends, and, certain regular places you go that makes up your routine. The comfortable, the known. Getting out of your cocoon, getting out of your shell, getting out of your comfort zone. Getting out of your routine, trying something new, trying something different. That's actually what the most difficult thing is. And let's face it, we all have moments when, stepping outside our comfort zone or experiencing something new is a little apprehensive. to say the least. But it's whether or not we let that stop us. Now, we're going to move right on to our obstacle, or how to get over our obstacle. We have the Knight of Wands. The Seven of Swords in the reverse. The Lovers. The Ace of Cups. The Tower. The Empress. And the Hierophant. Okay. Yeah. Just get out there. Yes, that means maybe going someplace new, interacting with new people, getting out of your comfort zone, trying to connect, to have a relationship, to have a connection, to have a conversation, probably with maybe somebody new or somebody you don't know. And it could be something offhand. This is what we're changing, is learning how to interact, to start new friendships, to start new relationships, to start new conversations. How do we interact in a social situation? How do we start new friendships? Or even just relationships, for those of you that are, single and trying to mingle. There you go. Because that energy is also here. It's not just platonic, it is romantic as well. Sometimes you have to do something different. And getting outside your comfort zone, well, that's something different. At the same time, it's one of the hardest things you can do. Not to be a wallflower, not to give up on approaching or talking to somebody in fear of rejection, or just because you let your uncomfortableness hold you back. Yeah, there's that stage fright energy again. Somebody might be worried what they're going to say. How do I get past the small talk? Yeah, how do I get past the small talk? Or, okay, how do I say something without fumbling it? Okay. Okay, so maybe we have this stage fright, some issues with verbalization. We get too nervous, we get awkward. But we have to try. And that's it. It is literally this tower, the metamorphosis. You can keep in your cocoon and be fearful all the time, or you can have this tower moment and try. After all, it's a new attempt each time. Probably a new person. It's a new chance. Just because maybe you've tried to make small talk with somebody you thought was attractive, to maybe try and see if there was potential for a date, doesn't mean that you're going to fall flat on your face and beef it within the first 3 words if you walk up to a new person. Maybe that happened in the past. Maybe you had some awkward moments. That does not mean that history is going to repeat itself. But for whoever I'm channeling for that, there is the potential for that to change, for you to try again, to have a different outcome. Why? Because you know what it felt like to fail. You knew what you said. You knew what you meant to say. This is where that learning stage comes in. Learning to interact. Coming out of your cocoon. So sorry to all my wallflowers, but it's time to learn not to be a wallflower. Or a millicent bystander. For those of you that have watched Flushed Away, there you go. There's your reference. Hopefully you understood it. Okay. New conversations, new people, new places, new connections, new relationships. and just in time for Mercury to go direct here in a few days. Granted, we'll still be in a post-shadow period, so please be aware that yes, communication can still be a little awkward, a little difficult. Just don't put yourself under too much stress and too much pressure. Just take a deep breath, give it a go, give it a try. And if you try to, say, for example, talk to a stranger and it's definitely a swing and a miss, well, guess what? There's other people that you can talk to. Give it a go. Who knows? Maybe the stranger, 5 feet away from you is literally your best friend in the entire world. But you won't know unless you try to speak to them. Alright, my lovelies. I did add up all your cards, by the way, which is very interesting because it adds up to 120, which I'll introduce this to 3 in numerology, which is communication and new beginnings, which is exactly what we're talking about here. Talking to strangers, talking to new people you've never seen, maybe in new places as well. So, there you have it. And for those of you that do like the astrology portion, Venus in Virgo trines Uranus in Taurus. So, new ways to connect with others, to be more social and engaging, and open to new people as well. And that's exactly what we see here. And it's all whether or not you can come out of your cocoon. Okay. That's all I have for you today. So, if it does resonate for you, by all means, give me a thumbs up. Because will let me know you resonate with the reading. And if you don't resonate with this reading, that is fine. It's a general reading. Please take what resonates. Leave the rest. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye.